Faith-based fiction, the story of Wayne and Jean Vozzolo. Wayne and Jean meet at Camp Ayoka, a Christian summer camp. Some things go wonderfully right, and other things go terribly wrong. Episode 12. The four talked for a little while as Jean lit the oven. Once the oven heated up, Jean placed one of the blue-speckled enamel roasting pans filled with her breakfast casserole from the cooler and slid it inside. She closed the oven door and set the wind-up timer. Wayne, Honey, and Pastor Lormore had already claimed an individual spot for their personal God and me time. Jean took her cup of coffee, the timer, and her Bible to a spot not far from the kitchen. Her pen and camp booklet were inside one of the pockets of her blue calico apron. Wayne looked up and smiled at Jean and then quickly ducked his head back to his God and me time. Lord, show me your path as I take every step. I want to take it with you, he prayed. One by one, the other staff members entered the pavilion with their Bibles, pens, and camp booklets. They had to wait for breakfast to get coffee unless they wanted to make another pot, which no one did. Several buses converged on Camp Ayoka campground just about 9 o'clock. Each bus contained kids from various churches. Yes, Pastor, I and my wife are prepared to stay the rest of the week. You caught me this morning just before I left the house to drive the bus. Travis is so excited about camp. He's heard his mother and I talk about it. By the way, have you met my wife, Pat? No, I haven't. Thanks for coming, Mr. Todd, Pastor Lormore said. Please, most everyone calls me by my nickname, Sandy. Pat, I want you to meet Pastor Lormore. I'll get your suitcase in a minute. Good to meet you, and thanks for coming on short notice. I'm Pastor Lormore, and this is my wife, Honey. You guys have no idea how grateful we are for your help. A couple of counselors had to drop out at the last minute, Honey replied. Where is my Sunday school teacher? She said she would be here, and I don't see her. One of the little girls from a different bus hollered. Here I am, Bobby Mackenzie Cook. Calm down, young lady. We're going to have a great time at camp this year, Jean said as she hugged the little girl. Where's Velma? My sister's getting her stuff off the bus over there, Bobby answered. Well, go get your stuff and put it in your tent. Jean commanded her. Yes, ma'am. Bobby replied, now that's my sweet-sounding Bobby. By Thursday lunchtime, a number of children had asked Jesus to be their Savior. Some of the counselors had even rededicated their lives to serving Jesus. And it was a tight tie between Travis Todd and Bobby Cook for the number of memory verses learned. They had both asked Jesus to come into their hearts and were working very hard on the extra memory verses. Their competition didn't stop with memory verses. It continued with every activity, and both had racked up a number of ribbons they would get Friday. Both also had a large stack of tickets for doing good. After lunch on the first day, Wayne led the choir. All right, let's do This Little Light of Mine this way, this time. When we get to the part all around the neighborhood, I want you to shout out your own town and be sure to do all the actions. Okay, here we go.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I won't let Satan blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let Satan blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine over Jackson Town. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine over Jackson Town. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Awesome, everybody. That's what we need to do, is to let our love for Jesus shine everywhere we go. Before Wayne could start the next song, Jeffrey and Edna walked into the pavilion holding hands. Pastor looked up and immediately went over to Jean. Jean, you know that Indian story you're prepared to tell at a moment's notice? Well, you just had your moment's notice. He pointed to Jeffrey and Edna.